don't want to hear another white person say the word illegal for the rest of my goddamn life.
You don't want any white person to say the word illegal. So as a dark white person, I'm going to say illegal.
We are living on stolen land. Our ancestors forcibly and violently seized this land from the indigenous peoples who were living here for generations before we ever showed up. We do not get to call them illegal.
Stolen lands that has been stolen many times. Let's be honest. It seems like when you went to school, you didn't learn a lot about Indians.
We don't own the fucking planet. Nobody does.
Nobody owns the planet. That is true. I totally agree with you. But the people that are coming that we are calling illegal, I can go to their country and do the same thing.
We are evolved monkeys with opposable thumbs who use them to write little monkey scribbles on a slice of tree, and we call it a birth certificate with our little monkey sounds.
I'm not gonna call you monkey. It's just that I don't think I come from a monkey.
All of it is made up. None of it is real, and it doesn't fucking matter. And it's certainly not a valid reason to rip a terrified screaming child away from his weeping mother. And I am tired of being made to feel like I'm crazy for being angry about this. Capitalism is just narcissism as an economic system. Imperialism is just narcissism as a foreign policy.
I can say that about centralized government, socialism, and communism. Hey, whenever I don't agree with something, narcissism.
If the lion can't claim the safari for himself and call the elephant illegal, then neither the fuck can we!
I totally agree with you. And all I ask, don't use my money to justify what you want. If I just want to lower the amount of money I give you to supposedly help you, I'm the bad one. I'm like, maybe I don't like that exchange of energy because it doesn't seem very fair. Venga, dilo, remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué?
Hi, my name is Jennifer Tiernan, and on Saturday after leaving the No Kings protest, I was struck and injured by a motor vehicle while leaving the protest. The cops here in Catskill, New York, took several days to get an accident report together, and they would not give me any information. They never interviewed me after the accident. I've been asking for information for days because I've been very traumatized by this event. And now, in order to re-traumatize me, the cops here in Catskill are telling me that it's my fault that I put my human body in the street to be hit by a motor vehicle.
I mean, that is kind of the logic. I'm just happy you didn't do it in Florida because I think Florida, they have different laws. But I'm actually very shocked that New York's like, hey man, you put yourself in front of the car. And the idea that somebody need to tell you that and you still think you have the right to justify that, hey, they hurt me. You didn't come me for the report. You didn't interview me.
People in the motor vehicle actually got out and started screaming in my face after they had struck me. I spent the rest of the day in the hospital having x-rays and MRIs, CAT scans on my pelvis and on my head. And they never came to check on me. They never came to ask me any questions. They never did anything. And now they're giving me a citation for being in the road.
Remember when we keep hearing stories how communism might use you and once they win, they're just going to discard you? I think this is happening with all these people in the protest.
Honestly, I think that's a bunch of crap, and I'm very, very upset because I want to press criminal charges against this person who hit me, and the cops just handed me a fucking citation saying that it's my fault that my fragile human body got hit by a motor vehicle after the protest.
I wish it was easier to sue the person that made you believe this, that you can just go in front of a court in a specific way that even the police would disagree with you, but previously they told you it's okay, and now it happens, and nobody seems to be on your side to support you, and maybe all these MRIs that you did, maybe you also have to pay for that, but nobody is opening an NGO or a GoFundMe to help you because you're not illegal. But you did this for an illegal. If you have a good heart, people might use you for unique reasons. I've been there.
I have not yet seen the videos. They refuse to show them to me without a FOIL request, which of course I will file. That's all I have to say for now. But protect and serve? I don't think so.
I believe that's why in Florida they passed a law that a car can just drive over people. Why? Because if you don't put a reason why you should stop doing something, you might actually motivate people to do something.
Today we're going to Compton, Long Beach, Paramount. Today we're going to Compton, Long Beach, Paramount.
On a regular basis, Tito Rodriguez, executive director of Local Hearts Foundation, and a team of volunteers prepare grocery bags for those in need.
Some bags of bread, some rice.
Lately, that includes people too afraid to leave their homes because of the ongoing ICE raids happening across Los Angeles.
Yeah, people are scared to come out. We've gotten thousands of messages. We're afraid to go out. We're even afraid to go to the doctor at this point. So then we assemble and we have somebody deliver groceries.
And after watching video after video of ICE agents detaining street vendors, Tito, known to many as Hood Santa, and his wife Patrina knew they couldn't just stand by.
Hola, señora. Vámonos, vámonos. Está muy peligroso andar en la calle. Sí, vámonos.
They pick up vulnerable street vendors, buy their flowers and other merchandise, then drive them home to get them off the streets and out of harm's way.
Por favor, no salgan un rato. Dios los cuide y Dios los bendiga,
You see them in the streets right now where they're just being picked up and taken, and you know, my heart was tugged when I saw a couple of them hiding behind a rock or, you know, just sitting ducks. So I just decided to take action.
You know what I find odd? If somebody is breaking a law or committing a crime, and I purposely do something so you don't catch them, am I helping them breaking the law? Won't that affect you in certain ways? And especially when this is an NGO. I'm like, who is giving you the money to be able to do this? I almost feel like this could be considered sheltering or giving aid to illegal aliens to avoid detection, which is a definition of 8 USC something 1324. What the heck is that? It's a United States code that deals with unlawful bringing in and harboring undocumented illegal immigrants. It's now a key federal immigration enforcement status and is part of Immigration and Nationality Act. Wow!
This lady admitted on camera that she is afraid, but she says she has no choice. She has to work.
They're a little resistant at first, and then I reassure them that, hey, I'm here to do something nice for you guys. I just want to give you guys some money and send you guys home. Then everything changes. They're so thankful and full of gratitude.
Thanks to cash donations, Tito was able to cover the woman's rent this month. He urged her to stay home while the raids continue.
Okay, no sale, okay? Por favor, cuídese, okay?
We're just here to lend that helping hand to relieve some of that stress. I can imagine not being able to go out of my house to purchase things that I needed.
Local Hearts Foundation has received a share of hateful messages, but Tito remains undeterred.
You know, this is not political at all for us. This is about feeding families.
This guy's heart is in a good place and he really wants to help people. Homeless, veterans, and people in poverty. I can understand that. I just find it odd why you said this is not a political move. Because if it's not a political move, then you would not be helping people because they're illegal. You would just be helping everybody.
What's up, guys? I just applied to be an ICE agent, and my plan is that any information I get on ICE raids, I'm going to report back to the Mexican community and, you know, just try to help you guys out. Also, every time a Mexican gets deported, I'm sneaking 2 Mexicans back into the United States. I'm just here to help. That's my plan. I will update you guys along the way. Thank you.
So this is a TikToker, Cody something. What's the point? Why would you do this? They're not even going to hire you anyway. But I'm sure you just said it because it makes you look good. You're justifying something because you know you're not gonna do anything.
Oh my God! 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 You guys come back to me! Oh my God!
I just find it odd that people don't think you're scaring a person, and then you sit on the car and they're beating on their side. I'm like, what reaction do you want? You want them to cower in fear because you might do that? Certain people might like, what, cower in fear? I got kids, I need to go. What? It might happen. The fact that they brake so you would fall down and they drove around you, that's a empathetic action. Because it could have been way worse.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Butta fire na mi blonde, kush hash purple skunk, criollo colombici jam jam, turloqueta verdetta welcome.